Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So today we have a battle against Akko. Looking at his team, it looks to be pretty cool actually, pretty original. Um, Looking at my team, it is the same one that I was using in the last game. So, what do I want to lead with in this one is the question, but of course, before we answer that question, just want to make a quick note of the opponent's team here, so we don't forget, because that would indeed not be good for us. So, um, hmm, I think we're actually going to lead with the Alakazam in this one, expecting something kind of specific. And yeah, we will see how that works out. Alright, so he is going to lead with the Swampert, which is exactly what I was hoping he would lead for, I should say. There is the Alakazam, and yeah, I am packing grass coverage on this set. I do have the Energy Ball, so I'm actually just going to go straight for that, hoping to catch him off guard with that. I know I'll outspeed, and indeed I do, and he does not see that coming, so I'm going to nail it. Max Special Attack Energy Ball, and that is going to one-shot that Swampert outright and knock him right down to 5. So, great start to the game, exactly what I was hoping for. And yeah, that is definitely a strong way to kick things off for us. So, now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Ursaring. So, I'm not 100% sure what to expect from this thing. So he definitely could be doing a number of things here, but I think I want to save my Alakazam for later. It does look pretty good against most of his team, actually, so I'm going to go ahead and switch out into the Omastar. I do have the resistance to his stab move, so we'll see what he wants to do with that. So there it is. And he is going to go for a Shadow Claw, so that is going to do not too much to us. We are max HP and pretty bulky on the defensive side with Omastar, so we do get some HP back with the leftovers as he does get burned with the Flame Orb. So yeah, that's definitely not great for us. So now we kind of have a choice to make. Do we want to try and chip this thing, or do we want to try and set up a hazard on him? So you know what? I think actually what we're going to do is attempt to set a Stealth Rock here, and we'll see what he wants to do, since it looks kind of useful. He is packing Close Combat. He's going to go for that, and that's actually just going to go ahead and destroy us, unfortunately. He does take those defense drops. But yeah, that is going to go ahead and take our Omastar out and drop us down to 5, as he is going to take some burn damage there. So not great for us. The only good news is we do get a free switch into anything we want here. So now the question will become, what do we want to face this thing down with? I still don't know if we want to bring Alakazam in just yet. I'm not sure, because I do kind of want to conserve Alakazam, but at the same time, I know that's about probably the only thing I am guaranteed to outspeed him with. So you know what? I think we're actually just going to go back into the Alakazam here. He's kind of forcing my hand, because anything else he could very well outspeed and get a huge chunk of damage on, which I'm not really, which I don't really want to do. So we're going to come in and we're going to go ahead and attempt to hit this thing with a max special attack Psychic, and yeah, see what happens. We do outspeed, of course, and we hit him with the Psychic, and it is not enough to get rid of this thing, even at -1 special attack and special defense. So we do get another special defense drop, as he actually Shadow Claws, gets a critical hit, but we are going to hang on here thanks to the Focus Sash, and then he is actually just barely going to survive some burn damage there. So at this point, I think probably the best thing we can do is just go ahead and Psychic again. And yeah, we are just going to do that, and we're going to go ahead and take this Ursaring out and knock him down to 4. So that's pretty decent for us. I didn't want to burn the Sash that early, but it is kind of just what it is. So now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Jolteon. So I do actually kind of want to save Alakazam here, even though it's at 1 HP. Even if he does somehow get a hazard up, which I don't think anything he has can set a hazard. But I think that it's still useful to have around, thanks to Magic Guard. Won't go down from any entry hazard or residual damage. So I think we kind of have another choice to make here. We could make the safe play and go into Rotom, or we could, we could predict the electric move and go into Flygon. So you know what? I think we're just gonna make the obvious play. We're gonna try to catch him, hoping he goes for an electric move here. So we're gonna go ahead and switch the Flygon in and see what he wants to do. And he is gonna Volt Switch, so that actually works out really well for us as we get in for free with the Flygon. So yeah, now we have another choice to make. He may well not want to stay in on this matchup here, so we could definitely take this opportunity to set up a Dragon Dance, although it might be a little premature given what he has going on in the back of the team. So yeah, not 100% sure how we want to play this here, actually, because he does have some good answers. So I think it's a little too early to Dragon Dance. I think the safest thing to do is probably just go Earthquake, so that's actually what we're going to do. And he's not going to want to stay in on that matchup, and he is going to go ahead and switch out into the Gardevoir. So he was predicting the Dragon move. He's going to trace our Levitate, though, so that actually is bad news because the Earthquake not going to hit him either, thanks to the fact that he traced Levitate. So that was actually a smart move on his play. So, yeah, now we're in not great position here, so I think the best thing we can possibly do at this point is go ahead and switch the Rotom in, so that's exactly what we're going to do. And yeah, we're going to see how that works out. He could definitely have something up his sleeve for us, so he is going to go Dazzling Gleam, so that's not going to do too much to us as we are max HP and resist it. So, yeah, so at this point, he does have still the electric immunity on his team, so I kind of don't want to go for the electric attack. We could try to catch him. I think we're going to try to go ahead and go for a Choice Specs Overheat here. And he actually stays in, and he's going to go for a Shadow Ball here. So that's actually going to hit us a little below half, and he does get a special defense drop, which does suck. We're going to go ahead and hit him with a Choice Spec Overheat, and it is going to be enough, thankfully, to go ahead and one-shot that Gardevoir, it looks like. And that is going to go ahead and knock him down to 3, so that is good news for us as we do take now the special attack drop. So, yeah. Not in too terrible of a spot here, but we will see what he wants to bring in response. And it is going to be the Dragonite. So that's kind of what I was not hoping for to see, unfortunately, because since we are Choice Specs locked, that is pretty much going to give him a free turn to Dragon Dance, which is definitely not what we wanted. But yeah, so the question now is, what do we want to bring in on this thing? I think the best thing we could probably do is come in with the Machamp, actually, so we're going to go ahead and do that. He's probably going to Dragon Dance, unfortunately, and that is going to be definitely a rough position for us to be in, but we do switch in with the Machamp, and he is, in fact, going to Dragon Dance, so of course, that's bad news for us. So yeah, now we have to think about how we want to handle this thing at +1. We know with multi-scale still active that we're not going to take him out with one shot here, even with the Stone Edge. So we could go Dynamic Punch and hope to get lucky with the Confusions. That might be an option, or we could knock off. It's kind of a toss-up here. I think, as sad as it is to say, I think our best play at this point is to go ahead and go Dynamic Punch and try to get lucky with a Confusion here. So he's going to go for a Fly, so that's kind of interesting. He has that on deck. We're going to go Dynamic Punch. It's guaranteed to hit thanks to No Guard, so we are going to chip him down by about a quarter, and we do get the Confusion, and then he's going to get some HP back with the leftovers. So we definitely don't want to take a Fly here with the Machamp, so but the problem is we don't really have much of anything to take an attack from this thing. So I think the best thing we could probably do, I think we have to do it. We could either switch the Alakazam in, or the Rotom. Something has to be a fodder at this point. So I think, actually, I think the Alakazam is probably going to have to be it. So we're going to go ahead and switch the Alakazam in as fodder. That's really the best play we have at this point, unfortunately. So yeah, there's that, and he's confused, and he goes fly, and he breaks through the confusion, unfortunately, and hits the fly. It is not a perfect accuracy move, but yeah, that's going to go ahead and take our Alakazam out and knock us down to 4, as he does get some HP back with the leftovers as well. So yeah, now we're kind of in the same position that we were in before. I think we're probably just going to have to go right back into the Machamp. That's really the best thing we can do here. Now, not sure at this point if a Stone Edge would be enough to take him out or not. So I think our best bet, though, is to chance it. So we're going to go ahead and click Stone Edge here. As he snaps out of his confusion, unfortunately, and he goes fly again. So not great. We are going to Stone Edge, guaranteed to hit once again, and it is going to be enough right there at max attack to go ahead and get rid of that Dragonite and knock him down to 2. So we were able to get through that. Potentially catastrophic situation there, so that's good news for us. So now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Dusk Noir, and of course he's got the pressure coming into play. So I think at this point the best thing we can do is go ahead and knock this thing off. So that's exactly what we are going to do, as we do outspeed it, which is nice. We get the knockoff, and that is going to do a truckload of damage, knocking him all the way into the red and getting rid of his Choice Band, which is nice. He goes Earthquake in return, which is not going to do too much damage to us. And then we are going to regain some HP with the leftovers. So that is definitely good news for us here. I think there's no reason to not just go for another knockoff here, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Yeah, he is actually going to stay in and go Shadow Sneak to get last bit of chip on the way out. It actually does a decent amount of chip, but we are going to knock him off one more time to get rid of that Dusk Noir and knock him down to just 1 Pokemon, as we are going to get some more HP back with the leftovers. So Machamp putting in some work here once again, and yeah, that is great news for us. So he is then going to go ahead. He does have only 1 Pokemon left, so that is going to be the Jolteon. So he comes in with that. And so, again, I think there's no point in switching at this point in the game. We're just going to go ahead and stay and click Dynamic Punch here, as he goes Thunderbolt, and he hits that, and that knocks us all the way down to 9 HP in the red, but we do survive. He takes some Life Orb Recoil. We go for the Dynamic Punch in return, and that is going to take that Jolteon out. And that is game. Alright, so we're going to win that one 4-0 versus Akko, but that was a really fun one, actually. Very high octane, high paced game there, and yeah, you gotta love it. Alright, so that's it. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So, that's it, and we'll see you next time.